starting this recording a little bit early. That way we do not forget. So guys, before we get started tonight, hopefully you guys all saw, you might not have, but what was really cool is they dropped the sample packs tonight. So I'm going to share with you guys really quick. Oh, Linda raised her hand. Linda, just unmute yourself and you can, if you need to ask a question, go ahead. Hi, Teresa. I see you.
Hey, can you hear me?
Good job on Amber's hair. Yeah.
Thank you.
You looked beautiful at the wedding.
Thank you so much.
Hey, Kristen, I see you. Hi, Duran. Hi, Nancy. Nancy, are you eating pizza in bed? What's going on there? Oh, on the couch.
That's amazing.
Looks like the bed. I was like going to be super jealous because if I can only eat one food for the rest of my life, it would be pizza.
So eating dinner at 8:30 at night because I've been nonstop.
I love this. Everybody's like crazy today. It's so exciting. All this bonuses as it's all like revved up and crazy. It's so exciting. Hey, Beth Bowles, I see you. So guys, use the chat feature at the bottom. And this is just a funny thing. I'm just curious. Like if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? One food for the rest of your life. What would it be? Mine's pizza. Tacos. I like it. Abby. Watermelon? Really, Megan? Watermelon. It's too healthy. I could put watermelon on my pizza. I like pear on my pizza. I'll eat anything on my pizza. Okay. So really quick before we get this party started, we're waiting, I think, for Beth to hop on. Kelly, can you do me a quick favor and just send her a quick message because I think she's leading it tonight. But I want to share with you guys. So the info about the new sample packs came out, and Lavelle is launching this. So it's through Lavelle. For those of you that are new, they used to have them. They were only 1-day samples. Now they're 3-day samples. They're amazing. I just went on and purchased. So for you to get, I think the $60 is for 6 of them. So $60, you get 6 of them. So they're $10 each, but they're 3-day samples. And once you order it, you can use credits. So I used credits towards the 60 because today in my account, I got $400 credits dropped because today's free credit day. Drop in the chat feature. How many free credits did you get today? Peanut butter. I can love peanut butter too. Okay. So I ordered it with $60 credits to get the 6 sample packs used credits. And there was no shipping fee, right? So then it shows up on the left-hand side of your cloud office as sample packs underneath order. I clicked it. I was able to pick if I wanted men's or women's, put in the person's name, first and last, email, and address, and boom. So I actually sent it to myself. This is just a quick little tip, guys, of what we used to do when we first started in this business. We would, all of our new promoters that decided to, all of our new promoters who decided to try out the sample packs for themselves, and we used to have it, we would send it to ourselves first. So I would recommend that, guys. If you're going to buy the 6 sample packs, go ahead and purchase it and make the very first shipping to yourself. So it comes, you could do like a little video when it shows up and ask who else would want some. You could get some engagement that way. That's a great idea so that you see what's in it. They're also really cute to have when you do living room locals and you have people over either to your house or to a meeting spot. We used to put them up and let people look in it. And then if they're interested in having a sample, we would, get their information and send them out to them directly. All right. All right, Beth, I was just sharing really quick about the new sample packs that are out and how you can use credits for them. And they're 3-day and you can pick men or women's.
That is so exciting. Do we know if they count for QV yet?
Oh, that's a great question. I'll go check because I just bought it. I'll go check.
Yeah, go see if your QV changed. I'm just looking up our agenda.
Also,
hey guys.
while Beth's looking up the agenda, guys, I posted, and we're going to start doing this every month because it was so fun. I posted at the end of September, like, shout out anything you did that was great. And I want to shout out a few people while Beth's looking that up really quick. And then I'll put in the chat feature tonight while they're talking. I'm going to pick one random name. That one person who commented that I pick out will get a special prize from me. Okay? Actually, I won't waste. Do you want me to shout these out or do you want me to just post it in the chat?
Just post it in the chat.
Perfect. Go.
Okay, so have any of you guys been on the calls that we've been doing in the morning? Blair's going to host tomorrow morning. Are you going to do it on your way to Jamaica, Blair? That's commitment.
I'm going to do it on the way to get my hair blown out for Jamaica. I leave at 9:30.
Oh, okay. So I just want to, you guys, how many of you put in the chat if you're going, obviously you're here, you're going for a rank bonus, but which rank bonus? I want you to dream 2 ranks above. I mean, if you're 4K, think 12K, 40K, but put in the chat which rank you're going for. And we're going to just talk tonight about setting yourself up for that success and being able to really keep that vision on board and put the blinders on and go for it. And you're going to hear from people that have all earned these bonuses. And the most important thing when I was going for ranks for 200K, we didn't have bonuses in the beginning, but then last year I went for a specific bonus that they had for 200Ks. And in the beginning, you guys, I thought, well, I really can't do that. I made the decision I wasn't going to go for it. And then we were at Thrive Palooza. I decided to go for it. And then it was like, I was like relentless. So I want you to, first of all, make the decision that you are going for it. You're going to give it 100%. You're going to set up your environment. You're going to get things ready. You're going to take the action, because nothing, if you don't hit it, at least you have done 100% of what it will take. And I will tell you, your business will explode. So on the Zoom tonight, I wanted to share with you to have that vision. We're going to talk about the conversations that you need to have, how to set up your environment for success, and then what to do in your daily action plan. And right now, I'll just share with you today, I knew that Molly Haskins was sharing during this time. Well, guess what? I have 32 text messages out to people that I knew could relate to her story to say, hey, I want to chat with you about what we've got going on with our business. You are someone that I've always wanted to run with Lavelle. I know you've watched, not sure where you are with being ready, but this is 15 minutes. Dial in, let me know what you think. Just that conversation. So I sent it to 32 people in my phone, and hopefully they're on right now, because I have the vision of, I told Blair today, I'm going to sponsor 11 people that hit 4K during this time, personally sponsored. That's and a vision of two more going to 12K. And that doesn't include all of the people that I'm going to help, to all of you, to elevate yourselves as well. So I have it all written out. I have it on my whiteboard. I have the names of the people that are going with me, that have reached out to me and said, I'm going for it. And tonight you're going to hear that this is your path. We are here to support you, but this is yours, and you've got to go for it. You've got to figure out, and Amy's going to share, and a lot of people are going to share, what is your personal way that you're reaching out, that you're sharing, and you're making the connection and keeping it simple. So Blair is going to talk about getting ready with this, how not to crash and burn, how to get your family on board, create space in your calendar, because when you set up for success, it's like, I can't start a diet if I have Ben and Jerry's in the freezer, because I know I'm going to eat it at 11 o'clock. So set yourself up.
I have to know, what's your favorite Ben and Jerry's?
Oh my gosh, it just depends on the day. I love Cherry Garcia. I love the one that has, I love the batter, the cookie dough, and the
try
brownie
Tonight
batter.
Dough. Jimmy Fallon's Tonight Dough. Best, people. Okay, so set yourself up for success. I love that Beth introduced it that way, because it's really the truth, right? And quite often I hear people say to me, like, how did you and Beth, we were running at a very fast pace when we first started this business, and then Julie joined us. She was running a really fast pace. Then Nancy, it was like an explosion of people in the very beginning. And I had this goal of getting to 200K in 4 months. The reason now is even bigger for you guys, because you would get a $200,000 bonus, or maybe you're running for 80, 40, 12K, 4K. I'm going to share with you guys what specifically I did when I was running to 200K. And the reason for that is because at the time we didn't have a bonus like this, but I knew what that would bring me in per week minimum if I was 200K. And that's what I needed. Like, I had bills to pay. I was leaving another business. So that's why I'm going to share it specifically with you. First, I figured out, what do I need to do to achieve that goal? So how many customers do I need to bring in? How many new promoters do I need to help them get to VIP 800, VIP 1600, 4K, right? Because I know that's achievable in just a few weeks. All of you know that's achievable in 2 weeks or 3 weeks to get to 4K, right? You've seen people do it time and time again. So I figured that out first. I figured out the people who I was going to help. Then I figured out where on my calendar was I going to do that. So where was I going to do my daily reach outs, my daily follow-up, and my daily time spending getting new people added to my list? I love that we have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 now, because Beth and I had nothing when we first started. But that was exactly what we were doing. I was reaching out to 30 to 40 people a day in a non-spammy way, simply telling them how great I was feeling on this product and how much I wanted them to feel great too. There were people that I was specifically going to talk to that I knew I wanted to partner with in this business. If I hadn't been bold and said to Beth, I want to do this with you, let's run at the same pace, I wouldn't have this amazing, most of this team that's here right now, right? Some of you guys shout out to Beth in the chat, but I mean, that's what happened, right? I had to be bold and say that because I knew there were certain people I wanted to vacation with, I wanted to run with, I would love to talk to every single day, because that's the fun thing that happens once you build leadership in this business. You make friends that will last a lifetime. I didn't know Nancy before this. I love her to death now. Didn't know Kelly Hoover before this. We're super close. And those are the kind of things that happen, right? So when I decided what I wanted and how I was going to do it, I figured out where that was going to go on my calendar. Best thing I can say to you guys is every Sunday night, figure out what is the activities for your family for the week, put that in, then put in where you're going to work your business, right? If you already work a full-time job, it's I got to put my kids' activities in, when I'm spending some time with my spouse, my work schedule. Now I'm going to fill in any spot that's available with my Lavelle business. Oh my goodness, there's not a lot of spots available. Then I need to get up earlier and I need to go to bed a little bit later because I have a big goal. Once you've figured out what that is, that's when you sit down with your family and you share it with them. You have that family meeting and you say, hey guys, this is what we're going for. First buy-in is with your spouse. Okay, it doesn't mean your spouse is going to believe it right away because they maybe have never seen something like this before. Be honest, you guys. I remember when I first told my husband, he's my biggest cheerleader, and I was like, we're going to hit 200,000 online sales in 4 months. I'd never gone anywhere close to that with the jewelry company. The most I sold in 1 month was $30,000 with a team. So for me to say that to him, he didn't understand. But I showed him what was possible, and I said, this is what I'm going for. Will you support me? Here's financially what that would mean for our family. What do you want to do with that money? Let's talk about what we're going to do. We talked about what we were going to do. Then I talked about what I was going to need. And this is the best thing I can teach you guys. I'm not saying to sit your husband down and say, I need you to do this. I'm saying you get a buy-in. You guys discuss what that money's going to be for. If it's paying off a loan, it's taking a family trip, if it's paying for a car, whatever. And then you say, hey, what are the hours that we can make this work for our family? Then you sit down with the family if they're old enough and you say, mommy might not be able to tuck you in every single night. And that might not be your story, guys. That was my story. I always put my kids into their bed, kissed them goodnight, prayed with them, but then I got back into my office and I worked on calls. There were certain nights a week that my kids knew daddy was going to play with them outside, play basketball with them after dinner and hang out with them and bathe them because mommy was going to be working. Didn't mean it was every single night. And I got very specific with my time with them and how I spent my time with them. It wasn't sitting on the couch watching TV anymore. It was outside playing basketball with them so they felt connected with me, right? It was me helping them with their homework and things that were important. So sitting down, having that meeting as a family, and then setting a goal together. What if you hit that $4,000 bonus? What would you and your family do? Yes, I think you guys should pay off things. Yes, I think it's important to be financially responsible, but what fun thing could you also do with your family? Because if they buy in, you got to have a little bit of something special for them. So for us, when I was running for 200K, so the last thing I'll tell you is it was Universal. My kids picked Universal, which I hate, but they planned out the whole weekend. So when mommy couldn't be, when they were like, mommy, come play this game with us. And I had to say no because it was a scheduled night I was working. There were scheduled nights for them too. I said, hey guys, remember Universal? You want to have that special character breakfast? We're doing it. Mommy's working hard. And guess what? They held me accountable more than Ryan, more than Elise, more than anybody. Those kids held me accountable because they were like, mommy, remember, we want character breakfast. Mommy, remember, we want the hotel that we get to ride the boat. So they will push you and they will help you. So that's my 2 cents for you guys. I know you can do it.
Thank you, Blair. And then where did my agenda go? You guys know I don't do well with agendas. We have Kelly next, and Kelly is going to, so you've got your calendar, you've set up, you've decluttered your environment, you've set that time, you've got those meetings. And I'll tell you guys that it's not this or that, like Blair said, it's quality time. So when you are so specific on your calendar blocks and you give up all the extra stuff that you don't really need to be doing, you're going to find time to do those income producing activities. And Kelly's going to talk about, she made a run and there were 2 bonuses. There was a $200,000 rank bonus and then a re-rank bonus. She hit them both. I think her husband hit 80, right? So she earned $480,000. And she started that journey as a 12K. She had left pharmaceutical sales, had kind of done this on a part-time basis, and then decided to get her head in the game. So I know you're wondering, what do you do when you get your head in the game? What does that run look like? Making those lists, the daily action, because I don't think anybody in the company has on that run did 2 bonuses plus an $80,000 and had, I mean, that's $480,000, like real money, not like Monopoly money. So Kelly, will you take off?
Monopoly money, you're funny. Okay, you guys. So I'm going to speak really quickly before I dive into that to the people who have been, who are not new. Maybe you've been around for 4 months, 6 months, a year, and you are like, this has got you fired up. Maybe you're amping it up. You know, maybe you're like, my time is now. Here's the thing. You guys can do it, okay? You have to stay committed. I personally, when this bonus came out and I said, I'm going for it, the reality is my actions had to change. My intentions had to change. My efficiency had to change. The most important thing that had to change was not making my why my excuse and putting my heart into it. Making it about that person that I'm on the phone with and their health and wellness journey and helping them build a business, right? If you can continuously help other people, you do not have to worry about your own personal bonuses because that will happen, right? But you cannot expect to reach one of these bonuses if it is, you know, especially one of the higher bonuses, by connecting with people 4 days a week or connecting with people, you know, 3 people a day. I'm going to tell you, unless you get super lucky and you have 100% batting average and everyone says, yes, I trust you and I am ready, which is like a 0.01% chance going to happen, then you've got to put your head in the game. You've got to draw a physical line in the sand. You have to say, it doesn't matter about the past. It doesn't matter that I've taken the summer off. It doesn't matter that I had a family issue come up and I haven't been able to give it my all. What matters is what you do right now. What matters is what you do this last 90 days. So all the excuses you've ever given of why you can't or why it's not you or you're not as good or whatever, you need to take all of that and throw it out of your brain, right? Because it doesn't exist. It is not existing anymore for you, all right? Those of you who are newer, those of you who are like, I am ready, like I don't even know what I saw somebody post, I love it, not even sure what 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is, that is okay, you guys. New people, people who are restarting, today is your day 1 or really day 2, but that's how you have to think about it. What are your daily actions? All right. So here's the thing. After Blair described to you about what your calendar is, you have to set some non-negotiables for you. How fast do you want to go? When I personally was working 50 or 60 hours a week, I did not have time for this business. That's why it works so well, because busy people are efficient, right? And so get up 30 minutes early. Stay up 30 minutes late. Don't go to lunch with your friends. Have lunch in your car, connecting and trying to help other people. Still 15 minutes here from there. Cut off the TV. There are so many times where you can gain, if you really looked at your time, you could gain 1, 2, 3, who knows how many hours a day, right? When you are reaching out to people, you have to think, it is, you know, think about how many people it takes you personally to connect with to have one person trust you to experience the product for themselves. Is it one person out of maybe 10? Is it 4? Is it 5? Is it 7? You know, maybe it depends. It's different for everyone, but you need to know that, because if you are reaching out to 3 people a day, and you have, you know, a 10% average of people trusting you that within that then it's going to be a long time before you can grow the business, right? You've got to 10x it, right? You've got to put in more effort. And so some of the things is, you know, being authentically you, right? Presenting your social media, not spamming people, not dropping in people's, you know, inbox, salesy, pitchy messages, you guys, because think about receiving that. When you are creating your list, this is what I want you to think about. I want you to think about who is on your heart. Who are those mamas? Who are those daddies that are coming home from work and they can't give their kids the best version of them because they're exhausted and they're stressed? Okay? I'm sure you've got names that you're thinking about right now. those are the people that you need to reach out to. Who are those people who've been complaining about being overweight and not getting to the gym, not feeling motivated, taking naps? Who are those people? This product can impact their life. Those people need to go on your list, and those are the people that you need to reach out to. Who complains constantly of maybe it's their skincare? You know they're sensitive about their skincare. Maybe they love skincare and they want to experience the CBD skincare that Thrive has to offer. Those people need to go on your list. And that's the thing, you guys. Do not put them on your list and don't do anything. Do not put them on a list to connect with them and reach out to them once or twice.
Was that it? Were you?
Uh-oh, did I lose you? I'm like, where'd y'all go? Oh, sorry, my computer froze.
I'm like, you just stopped short. What happened?
Sorry. I was like, did I lose you guys? No, but that is the thing. You have to really think about why someone was on your heart. All right. You guys need to get out of your comfort zone, especially those who have a story. You have a story around you. Share it. Live videos, you guys sharing it, interviewing people. Be assertive. You know, I hate to say this. I hope it doesn't rub you the wrong way. But I feel that right now, we know what this product does for people. We know what it does when people put it in their body for 30 days. They trust you to put it in your body. The product is going to do more than you can ever say, okay? But the reality is you cannot waste your time. You have a limited amount of time. You can't waste your time on people who are not ready, because you've got too many people who want to earn this bonus with you, who want to feel better. So keep a list of that. Don't spam them. Think about the resources that we have, you guys. For the next 30 days, Maria Dillard, everyone within her network, 200Ks, are leading a call at 7:40. It's 7:45 Central, 8:45 Eastern Standard Time, you guys. It's going to be a 10 or 15-minute call. Beth Graves did it last night. Keep that recording in your notes. That is something that you can send people. When you are talking to them about it, send them educational information, not like, do you want to thrive with me? They need to know more. They need to know what it is. Beth is doing the call in the morning. I can't remember the exact time. Is it 8:15? I know Blair's leading it tomorrow. That is another resource you have. You have the Facebook. Yes. 8:15?
8:10.
8:10. Sorry. But you have that you can share with people. You also have Facebook Lives. You have the YouTube videos. You guys, YouTube is amazing. You have our Lavelle fan page. When you are reaching out to people and you are helping them, you have to let them know what is available, and you have to send them quality information. Quality information, not spamming them. And put your running shoes on, get up, decide what you're going to do, and make it happen. And don't give up. If you send and you connect with a bunch of people and they're not open for a conversation, then you've got to keep going. So some of the verbiage that I think is really great to use, it's no pressure. And it allows people a way to not be interested and not hurt your feelings or not to ignore you. There's a reason why you've thought of them. So you can say this. You can say something along these lines. This is what my personality says to people. I thought of you because, like, why did you think of them? Do you want to help them earn this bonus? Are they on your heart because you know they need the product? You know that they would be amazing with this. You know you want to work with them. You know you want to travel with them. Let them know you would be amazing at this, because are you open for a conversation to talk about these bonuses? A conversation doesn't cost them anything. All right, you present the information to them in a quick fashion, and then they get to make the decision. All right, it's non-threatening. It gives them the opportunity to say yes or no. But you have to put it in people's court. You have to let them know. You have to be assertive, because people will watch you all day long, but until you make a personal connection with them is when they can move on. So do you want me to toss it over to the next guest, or you want me to toss it back to you, Beth?
Amy, you want to toss it to Amy?
Yeah. So, Amy, this is one thing that we talked about this on our Facebook Live tonight. So Amy Ward and I and Blair and two other people were together the day that we all opened one of these bonus checks. And Amy Ward earned an $80,000 bonus. And we were together on a Tuesday at 1:00 where we got to open these one paycheck together, you guys. And there were tears shed around that. And I want you to vision yourself when you hear Amy talking. I want you to envision yourself what it's going to do for you and your family, and not just you, but what it's going to do for the people that you're going to help earn this bonus. So I'm going to toss it over to you, Amy.
Hello. Can y'all hear me? Okay, good. Can I just say, why am I the only one that has to be in my car? Does nobody else have crazy kids? I have to like hide out.
I beat my children.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I should try that. So I'm super excited to be on here tonight. Beth told me what she wanted me to talk about tonight, and I was trying to take myself back to when I did this 2 years ago, and I was just putting myself in that mindset because, you know, I won't lie, along the 3.5 years that I have been doing this, I have gotten sidetracked many times. I have, you know, tried to do it a new way, or do it this new great way, or, you know, follow this network marketing guru or whatever. And when I did what I did, I literally just went to the basics, like everybody else has talked about. I did not know what 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 was when I started. That was not a thing, but that was absolutely, like Blair said, that was what I was doing. I was reaching out at Mach 10, and I was making connections, and I was just going for it. I was not afraid. I was not scared to talk about the Thrive experience and how I felt. And I would have shouted it from the rooftops to anyone that would have listened. And I just didn't care. And so I'm a really visual person. So when this rolled out 2 years ago, day one, I went and bought a whiteboard. I'd never owned a whiteboard in my life. And so I went and bought a whiteboard. I got all the cute markers, and I put it up, and I made myself a visual of what I had to do. And I'm not really good at math. And so I just tried to do the best that I could as far as what did I need and how was I going to get there? I knew I had heard so many times you can have a dream, but unless you have a plan to go along with it, you're not going to achieve it. And so I knew I needed a plan. And so I made just a very simple whiteboard. I had myself a bar graph from $0 to $80,000. And I had all of I think it was like almost 7 or 8 12Ks was how I broke it down. I need 7 or 8 new 12Ks to make an $80,000 team or whatever it was. And so I drew bar graphs, and as I started to put it out there, and as I started to personally make these connections, I would write people's name in. Okay, Kara came on board. All right, awesome. Kara, I started her with her bar graph. And I have a picture of when my husband took of me when I got the $80,000. And I don't know if I can share to the chat, I will, but I'm not sure if you can. But anyway, you can see all of my bar graphs, and some of them are crossed out. They've got big X's on them because that person didn't go past like VIP, or that person didn't make one sale, or, you know, whatever. But there were people that came on board, and I would slap their name next to a bar graph, and I would just fill them in as they went. And I literally just did the basics. I cheered them on. I encouraged them to connect me with their friends and their family. And that's how we grew. I always give special prizes at all the ranks. So you hit VIP 800, you get a special prize from me, 4K and on up. And, I really just did what I always do. I almost just increased it by, a ton. And I just put it all out there. I did everything that the other girls talked about. I made sacrifices. I think that that's the biggest thing. And when I first came into this business, I was the epitome of making my why my excuse, until someone who will not be mentioned, Elise, said to me, you are making your why your excuse. And I was appalled. I was so mad that she said that. But the more I thought about it, I was like, oh my gosh, she's right. She is right. And it was like a light switch. And from that day forward, it was a total mindset shift. I do what I do because I want to give what I can to my kids. And I have so much more time with them now. That $80,000 bonus that I earned, the next day, I my husband came up to me, and I had been kind of toying back and forth with leaving my career that I thought I would live and die at. And he showed me the video Jump from Steve Harvey. I watched that video. I cried my eyes out, and I quit my job 5 minutes later. And it was the best decision that I ever made. And I'm not telling everybody to go quit your job. I'm just saying that this is what this bonus did for us. And I've been a stay-at-home mom for 2.5 years, working this business full time because of this exact bonus that I earned 2 years ago. So it is possible. It can happen. I would encourage everyone to just dream big and put it in front of you every day. That whiteboard was in my bedroom. I don't have a big house. I don't have an office. I don't have all these fancy little lights that they have that make them look so pretty and I look like I have jaundice. I just put it on my bedroom wall right beside my bed, and I saw it every day. And it was discouraging sometimes to fill in $100 on somebody's bar graph or on my bar graph, but I did it, and I will never forget the feeling. And I just map out what you have to do, believe in people, because people are not going to believe in themselves. Most of the people that come into this business, or at least for me, have not been in network marketing before, and they don't believe in themselves. So you breathe life into them. You show them what they are capable of. You care about their goals, because just like Kelly said, if you focus on what your team is doing and helping them achieve everything that they want to achieve, you are going to get where you want to go. And that's just the circle of life. Helping others helps you get to where you want to be, and you don't even have to think about it. So I think that's it.
Awesome. Thank you, Amy. That was great. And we're going to have Nancy share next. So Nancy is a pro, you guys, at helping people in their VIP to not get overwhelmed and frustrated and like information overload, keeping it simple so that they can hit that VIP 800, VIP 1600. Because as you guys are thinking about, I want to get 4K, 12K, 40K, 80K, 200K. Where does that start? It starts with new promoters, helping them to get started, hit their VIP 800, hit their VIP 600, and go on to hit 4K iPad mini bonus. So Nancy, I'm going to throw it over to you.
Okay, thanks, Blair. So it's really just a duplication of a duplication of a duplication, right? So 2 promoters with upgrade packs, 2 customers with auto ship orders totaling $800 in sales. Boom, you hit your VIP 800. Then you duplicate it. One of the things that I learned that really grows your business every month is having that VIP 800 mindset. It's great to have 2 customers come in every month, or 6 customers come in, or 1 promoter and 5 customers, or whatever those numbers mix and match. But having that VIP mindset is really huge, because there are always people that are interested in, I'm going to say, a side business or residual income, or they've been laid off, or they're retired and they'd like something to, occupy their time and bring in some income. And hitting that VIP 800 is really important, because typically most people come in as a promoter and they've either purchased as a customer and or have purchased as a promoter. And how wonderful is it that you've, perhaps purchased the 400 upgrade pack and you just hit the bonus, and that's free product. It's free product, one, for you to use. It's free product for you to get in people's hands. So that's why we always say hashtag GPOT, get people on Thrive. What gets people on Thrive is, for me, I sample a lot. And I probably, if I sample 15 out a month, I'm going to say at least half of those are customers within their first 2 days. Others tend to have an issue with either they need to wait, they need to get a paycheck, or the time's just not right for them. So I put them on my list, my follow-up list, which could be a week from, that day that I spoke to them. It could be a month from then. But anybody who's not ready today doesn't mean they're not ready a month from now, 6 months from now. So having, said that VIP 800 is the life's blood of your business is absolutely true. So it's super simple to duplicate it and just really have that mindset of, you know what, every month, if I bring in 2 new promoters that hit VIP 800, that's 1,600 in volume additional to whatever your current volume is. Now, what if both of those hit 1,600? Now you're at $3,200 in additional volume on top of whatever you've had. Now, each of those go to 4K because they've brought on promoters that are now hitting their VIP 800 and 1,600. And boom, that's what happened to me. When I started this, I had no idea what I was doing. I called Julie 10 times, the first couple of days because I didn't know how to put customers in. I didn't even know what the word promoter even meant. But what I did know was that this product works and that I needed to get in contact with people that I knew specifically needed this in their bodies. And for me, those are people that are in my horse training industry that are tired, fatigued, not eating well, working long hours, having their bodies beat up. So when you're out and about, I was just at BMW the day before yesterday, and I walked in the showroom door. I have to tell you guys the story. I walked in the showroom door. Todd was about 20 paces ahead of me. There's 2 women at the reception desk. They're greeting people when they walk in. I had my DFT animal print, so it really stands out on my arm. As soon as I walked in the door, one of the girls said, "Oh, you have one of those sticker things." And I walked right up to the counter. We spent less than 5 minutes talking. I gave her my Thrive 123 link. The computer's right in front of her. She signed herself up. I pulled out a sample pack from my purse, the one and only sample pack I had on me. And now everybody's mulling around me. They're listening to me explain to her what the Thrive experience is, how it works, how it's changed my life. The salesman has a trial pack. The sales manager has a trial pack. The BMW Genius has a trial pack. The reception girl has a trial pack, simply because I walked in, they saw it, and I had a conversation. So don't let those opportunities of somebody saying to you, "So what is that?" Don't let it slip by, because anybody and everybody around you are your potential customers and or promoters. When I was leaving the dealership at 9:30 at night, the Genius guy, his name is Edwins, and I want you guys to make note of Edwins, because I bet you Edwins is going to come on as a promoter on our team. Super nice guy. He's sitting in the car. He had no idea why I was getting a new car, how I was getting the new car, and I brought it up. And Todd actually had to run home to pick up some documentation, and I asked him to please bring my bag, my sample bag, back with him, because I had samples to hand out to everybody in the dealership. I was in the right place at the right time, and I kept bringing up the conversation. Do you know how I can afford to get this car? It's paid for by my company. It's an auto bonus that I earn every month for hitting the 2nd rank of the company, which I did 5 years ago on my 6th week in the company, which then made him curious. Well, what is the company? Well, do you see this sticker? Do you see this patch? It's Wearable Nutrition. He was all over it and wanted to know all about it. So keep your VIP 800 in the forefront. There are people all around you that need to be thriving and or need the opportunity. And it's just a matter of, I'll tell you this, my best advice, just open your mouth. Because there are so many opportunities where I have thought, I don't know what to say. This person needs it so badly. How am I going to open this conversation? And somehow the words just come out, and 95% of the time they're receptive. The other little 5%, they're like, no, I don't think that that's for me. Okay, you know what? That's totally fine. But that's how I build my free accounts, and that's how I get samples in people's hands and turn them into new customers and or new promoters. Hello, Beth.
Awesome, Nancy. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I love, do you guys hear her confidence when she's talking about, you know, the guy that she met today? Like, he's going to be part of this team. You know, there is something really powerful about speaking that and knowing that and believing that, right? And you come from that space. So thank you so much. Julie Burton, are you on? So one of our other amazing 200Ks that jumped in, it was our third promoter that hit auto bonus on our team when Beth and I first started. She's going to share with you guys tonight. And Julie, I don't remember what your topic was about tonight, but she's going to close us out with sharing a little bit about, hey, you're awesome. You're amazing. So I'm going to throw it over to you because I don't know what to do. I'm excited to hear you talk.
I don't know. What was my topic? Beth was assigning away and there. So she was talking about, well, I mean, and I've been listening to this whole call. I mean,
Yeah, just share what you think you need to hear.
I think we are all so fortunate to have the leaders on this team to help all of us, you know. So, I mean, to me, it's the daily action. It's being consistent. It's not even like I don't go outside and say, I'm going to talk to somebody about Thrive today. It just happens. And the longer you do it, and the more, I mean, I feel like you're a product of the product. I feel like, I mean, this week, the coolest thing was somebody in the grocery store, one of the bag boys said, "You're Julie, right?" And I was like, yeah, because I had given him a card and told him about Thrive and told him to text me when he was ready, you know? So, you know, like where somebody was saying, you know, you don't want to be spammy. You don't want to, you know, you don't want to drive people away, but you also want to be open. And I mean, I want to be known by, hey, there's the Thrive lady, you know, when I walk into Publix. So somebody says and asks you, what is Thrive, right? So from the one bag boy saying something to me, it opened up the conversation to two cashiers, you know? So it's, all this advice is so great. To me, it's keeping it simple. It's getting those free accounts, and following up with people, using the tools the company has given you, right? The Thrive 1, 2, 3 has been a game changer for me. The new availability to get the sample packs from the company, I'm so excited about that. I know you talked about that, Blair. But I mean, what a great opportunity. And people are going to be getting information from the company before they even start their sample packs. I mean, they're doing so much of the work for us that we have to be diligent in following up and, you know, closing that sale, you know, when you're using samples like that, you know. So use the Thrive 1, 2, 3. Use the 24-hour call. Use the Facebook fan page, you know, use what the company has put out there for us, because we're so fortunate. I talking when we first started, I mean, we had capsules, the lifestyle mix in one size DFT, you know, and we just shared it with everybody. You know, stay excited, you know, and don't forget, yes, the bonuses are amazing, but don't lose sight of the fact of being excited for helping people feel better, help them look better, help them live better. You know, that's where the bonuses come in at the end, you know? So, because if it's all about the money, you're going to miss that little part, like where you've heard all the other leaders talk about, you know, your heart, you know, all of us, you know, our hearts are in this. We see every single one of you on here, and we want it for you as badly as you want it for yourself, you know? So I would say, you know, stay tuned in, stay tuned in. We have so many, it's like I was saying this morning, don't feel like you have to be on every single call. We're trying to put it out there so that you have options. You have options to send people to. You have recordings to send people to, right? Because goodness knows, we don't want you sitting on the computer all day, hopping from Zoom to Zoom and call to call, which is great to get the information. But if you're not joining people in, you've got to get out. You've got to find a way to meet new people. And, you get excited. You start getting people going for their bonuses, and you're looking around and you're saying, boy, everybody in this room needs to thrive, and you work your way through people and get it done. But make a schedule, pick which Zooms and calls you want to be on. They're all, the doing is great. It's quick in the morning, get on so you stay connected, you stay excited, and then connect your people in and stay connected with your leaders, 12K and up, right?
Love it. So true. I love that you said, figuring out what works for you. We're doing all of these so that you guys have the opportunity to figure out which one works for you, right? The morning action call, getting on a Thrive Experience call, or these 15-minute ones every single evening. Beth, do you want to hop on and say anything to close out? I think she had to pick up Donnie. But all right, guys, if you want to dial in tomorrow morning, I'll put that up on the team page so everybody can see. I'll be on there at 8:10 from 8:10 to 8:30. We'll give you a quick daily action plan. And don't forget, every single night for the month of October are those 15 minutes, 7:45 Central, 8:45 Eastern, 15 minutes, different leader every single night, sharing why Thrive, why Lavelle, why now. All right, have a great night, guys. Thank you.